Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mitch from Mitch Reviews Everything. Today I'll be reviewing The Ways of Kung Fu from 1978, directed by Chiu, and it's from the Champion Film Company. Alright, let's get to the plot in this one. Tai Kung, played by Chi Kuan-Chun, is a loyal disciple at a small monastery temple. Unfortunately, this peaceful monastery is taken over by a forceful wandering monk, Wu Tak, played by Cliff Ching. The abbot instructs Tai Kung to go stay with his old friend and martial arts master Shang King, played by Brian Leong. After 2 years of training, Tai Kung returns to the temple and attempts to drive off Wu Tak. However, Wu Tak is unable to be defeated as he utilizes weapons and henchmen to drive off Tai Kung. Tai Kung must learn additional kung fu styles and team up with a drunken master and his student and a mysterious lawman to attempt to bring down Wu Tak. This is a journey of a novice to a master in the ways of kung fu. Alright, let's get to the good, the bad, and the kung fu, the good and the bad, and the martial arts here. And this one is right down the middle on average. Including the first half of this film, there not being a whole lot of fights, just story building. There's a couple skirmishes here and there, but after the story building, the second half of this film, it picks up the pace with a lot more fights and a lot more martial arts. So if you're going to make it through that first 45 minutes of story building, then you'll be okay. However, the martial arts in this, they're very average. There's nothing that's going to stick out. There's nothing that's going to be in your long-term memory. It's all done very well. There's not any really bad cuts in it and chopped up or anything like that. It is well choreographed, but again, it's nothing special. It's just your average martial arts in this film. Probably the greatest thing about this film is the Tai Kung build from a man in a monastery who has absolutely zero interest in learning any type of kung fu, but has the epiphany that he has to drive off Wu Tak because he's a bad, evil dude, and he has no choice. And he has to go and learn from the first master. He goes and fights Wu Tak, realizes it's not going to be enough because of Wu Tak's evil, devious ways, and he goes and has to learn from a second master, a drunken master, and learn a second style to take on Wu Tak, and still that isn't enough, and he has to utilize help from the mysterious lawman who's trying to bring in Wu Tak and the drunken master's student. Wu Tak himself, he's a fun guy. He's the kind of guy, the bad guy, that is not ashamed to use weapons, and he's not ashamed to use henchmen as well to drive off the good guys, which makes him kind of a really good bad guy, because let's face it, in real life, that's exactly how bad people are. They'll win by any means necessary. And Wu Tak, his weapon of choice in this is a brass or copper ring. We've seen it before. We love seeing it, and it's fun in this. He does a very good job utilizing it. I like the scenes where he's fighting with it. It's the thing that most sticks out about this film is Wu Tak utilizing that brass or copper ring. But other than that, again, I don't really have any real hard critiques on this other than the fact that it's just average. I think that this one is going to easily be lost in your memory when you're pounding through the endless sea of kung fu films out there. But it's not a bad film whatsoever. It's just, there's so much martial arts and kung fu out there that this one's just fallen right somewhere in the middle. That's really all I got for you. I do recommend it, but again, there's a lot better films out there. If you want to watch it, it's available on Tubi in the US at the time of posting this film. It's also available on DVD if you can find it. I've seen a bunch of used copies on eBay. So that's all I got for The Ways of Kung Fu. My name is Mitch, and this has been Mitch Reviews Everything.